Hi, it's Tina. Welcome to my channel. And the dogs are restless. Shh, Mia. That's Mia. Today I'm doing a design team project for Caroline's Craft Tree. And what I have done is I have downloaded, I have her music package. And it has got a lot of really pretty different music sheets and pockets and journal cards and different things like that. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And there's a lot of things that you can do with this. But what I wanted to do with this is to make a journal out of envelopes. So what I did is I have these envelopes that I got at Staples, and they actually come in this size. But since a lot of these digitals are, they are positioned a certain way, then I needed it to be, I need my envelope, it wouldn't work this way. So I had to make it work this way. So what I did is I cut down the envelopes, and I will show you. I figured I did 2 of them, but I figured I would show you one just to show you what I did in case this is something that you want to do. So what I did is I wanted my envelope to be 8.25. And so I want this, I don't want this part to be on there, this little thing. I'm not going to need that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off at this end. And I need my trash can. And then I'm gonna turn it around and we'll go 8.25, which is 8 1/4. Then we'll cut it here. Now it's important to me to have these, to have the, what they call real estate or whatever in this area. I don't want to have, I don't want to glue here. So what I'm going to do, and actually my envelope only has to be 7 3/4. So I'm going to score it. And if you don't have a scoreboard, you can use a ruler, but I'm going to score it 1/4 inch on either side, like this. Okay, like this, like so. And I will probably use that again. So then I'm going to unfold it, and I usually like to use this side, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You can see where the score line is. I'm going to do a little bit of a slant right here on the flap. And then I'm going to cut all the way down that score line and just to the bottom, not all the way down, but just to the middle or the bottom of the envelope, like that. And then we'll go ahead and cut another little slant like so. See? And we'll do that on both sides. And again like this. Then I'm going to fold this up like this. Fold these little flaps up. And I'm going to get my glue, which evidently I have left in my, let me go get it, and I will just cut the part out. I will get my glue. I got my art glitter glue, and I'm going to take it, I'm going to put a little bit of, little tiny bit there, and a little tiny bit here. And then I'm just going to fold it up. Excuse me. I think I'm getting a cold, y'all. This looks like it might be a little not quite right, so trim that up. And the reason why I wanted to do it that way is because now you have all of that all the way to the end, and you don't have to give that up. Give up what I guess they would call real estate on there. So what you need is 3 envelopes, and they can be any size, but like I said, I'm using them in this size because of the digitals that I am using. So that's what I'm going to do. So the first thing you need to do is glue this into here. Now, since I have this sticky part right here, I'm going to, I'm going to need to put something on here because I don't want to, so I think I'm going to get another piece of the, well, that's not the envelope, is it? It might be. No. I need to get a piece of paper. Just a piece of paper. Just a regular old piece of paper. Oh, no. Here, I'll just get some. You know, I have so much scrap. You'd think that I'd have like a million pieces of paper laying around, so I'm just gonna take a little bit off of this. Let's see. Well, let me just see something, because I want this, I guess I can, no, it has to be this way. So I need to take that and I'm just gonna cut a little piece off right here. So I was prepared. All right, whoops. And I'm gonna take this, I'm just gonna take the sticky off here, and I'm gonna line that up. So the sticky, and then cut it off. Actually, I might, you know what? That's dumb. I'm just gonna cut the whole thing off. I'll cut the sticky off. We don't need the sticky. Okay, so do what I do. Cut the sticky off if you have sticky. Of course, if you have the envelopes that you have to lick, you're licking envelopes, then you don't need to do that. Now, if you want to ink any of this, you probably should do this now. So I am going to, I'm gonna ink around here real quick, just cause. I don't know, it's raining here. You know, it's weird. I remember when I left work on Friday, my boss, she says, one of my bosses, she's like, oh, it's gonna be such a nice weekend, you know, enjoy the weather. And then I get up and it's like raining. And they had, you know, they have stuff going on at the park today, but it's raining, so nobody's going to the park today, not in the rain. I don't know. I don't know if I need to worry about here or not. Do we want to? Well, I guess it matters. See, is this too much? Too much? Too much? All right, so it's set. So actually, I got this idea from Barbara at 2049 Dragonflies, and I've made a few of these, and they are so easy and fun to make. And I think that they're the perfect size for a travel journal to take with you. Like if you want to, you know, go on a trip. I don't go on a trip. I can't afford trips, but I don't go on trips, but I think it would be fun to go on a trip and take a travel journal. So hopefully I'm not out of frame. So I'm gonna take like some glue. And again, I'm just using art glitter glue. You want to stick this down in here, and you don't have a lot of time to stick it. So I want to get it lined up as best I can. Come on now, maybe I should have used them. This thing is not wanting to cooperate. See? See? Yeah, sometimes it's a little difficult. There it goes. I want it to be on that crease. That crease, just like that. Okay? And then this, we're just gonna glue like so. Or we can glue it like so. I think, how did I do it? Like this, or like this, or like this? I think I'm going to do it like, I think I'm going to cut this off. And you could use this as a tuck spot, I think, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna cut this flap off. And I'm going to put some more glue here. I want to make sure it's all glued down. Make sure. And then I'm going to put this here. Line it up like that. You could do this with any size envelope. So now you have this. And I didn't ink around this one, but I guess it's not really that important, so. One thing I would say, or that I like to do, is when there's an envelope, I like to make, take, like say if you're using a different, an envelope, you've got envelopes and you're gonna use them for a journal, make sure you take one apart. It's just easy because you can use it as a template. And we'll see if I can. Let's put a little. Wow, I'm just mostly gonna cover it up anyway. So, okay, so now we have here, and we have pocket here, and a pocket here, and a pocket here, and I didn't ink this one either. Just inking. Okay. Inking. Okay, so now we have this. So now we just need to pick out our digitals, and we are going to measure. I know I did the envelope thing. I just don't know what I did with it. So there you go. That's me. So we're just going to measure. So I'm going to say this is 7.5. So now we got to pick out. I like this. Oh, this is really pretty. I think this would be really pretty. I like this too. I think for what we're doing, this would be really nice too. So I think for the front, I'm going to do this one. So I'm going to use my. Okay, then we'll take, we decide which is our front. I'm going to do this because I like the two pockets to be on the inside. So I'm going to make this one. I think this one would go here nicely. I'll need to, I could have made it a little bit wider. And I think this time I'm going to use this 3-in-1 just because it doesn't. A lot of times if you use wet, or you could use, I just don't have any, I was saying glue stick, but I don't have a lot of luck with glue stick. I've tried all these glue sticks. I don't know if it's just because my house is so dry or, I mean, they just don't seem to hold up for me. So this is this way, right? Yes. There. Just like this. And since this is kind of the same thing, I'm gonna put this on the back because it kind of goes around. So it's raining here. These are so versatile. They really are. They're so easy, like to take somewhere. So that's our front and our back. Very cute. And I could probably do some more inking on the sides if I wanted to, if you want to. You don't have to. But sometimes you want to. Okay. Now on the inside, we have these two. So what I'm gonna do, I like this. I think I'm gonna do this on the inside. Or we also have this, which is really cute. I think I'm gonna do that on this side. I really like that bird. I like this too. So I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put these. And this time it only needs to be, oh, this looks like 3.5. Three and a half, maybe a smidge over 3.5. So now, oh, I love this. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. So there's that. And okay, more of this, more glue. And glue in. So there. I don't know. It's like one of the people that one of my subscribers asked to do a music journal. So I'm going to put the link to this. I'll also put the link to Carolyn's shop in this digital. It's perfect if you want to make a music journal. It's really perfect. It's got all of the bells and whistles for a music journal. I wish I could make digitals. I would love to be able to do that. I've tried a couple of times, and I do have a couple in my Etsy shop, but you know, hey, not great. There's a little bit of this left, so what I think I'm going to do is, let's see, 7, what did I say? I think I'm going to do, what did I say they were, 7? I think it was 7 1/4, 7.5, something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just put this into, I'm wondering, because what I'm wondering is if I need to put any strip of this in here so it won't look, I think I will. And the good thing about this glue too is it's very, it doesn't sit up right away. So it gives you a little time to do things. So I want to stick that sucker in here and do that. So that's kind of cool. And then I'll do the other side too. I think it helps. And then we also need to do this too. Gluing. Okay. And so I'm probably going to put some some kind of cloth there. Okay. Mario, get in there. Come on. There you go. Stick it in there. Yeah. This, yeah. So now we have one more, and we're gonna put this one on here. I think that'd be really cute. This is actually, once you add all these papers and stuff, it's actually really, really sturdy. It gets to be really, really sturdy. So, these are so fun to make, I'm telling you. They're so easy and so fun, and you can just do all kinds of different themes. And I was thinking about making some and putting them in my Etsy shop, because I don't know, I think, like I said, they're so fun and you can do so much with them. I mean, just think if you had a memorandum of a trip, you know. I hope I didn't put these on upside down. No, that's right, right? Did I put them on? Oh, please. Nope, I did it right. Okay. Okay, so now we have the base done, and lucky for us, Carolyn had also in this, we have an envelope, which is so nice. We have some pockets. We have a couple envelopes and another pocket. I really like this. I'm going to use that. And a couple of these pockets. So I will be back. I'm going to cut a few of these things out because I don't think you guys want to see me cutting things out. But I'm going to cut a few of these things out and then I will be back. I think I missed a whole lot of video. I think I neglected to do that. So what I did, I'm sorry, but I took this and I folded it into a tuck spot. I stenciled on the back and then I added some paper as a journaling spot. So they can open it up and write in here and then put it back. And also I made these envelopes. I went ahead and put together the envelopes in the kit and I put some of the journaling cards inside and that I put on cardstock. And I added this to the pocket here. And I also did the same thing with this one. I added it to the pocket with the journaling card inside. And I put it in the pocket. Then what I did is I took some tea-dyed paper, 6 sheets, coffee dyed paper, 6 sheets. And I was getting ready to show you that you can see how when you put them together, they have they're not flush. Well, I like them to be flush sometimes. So you just take your, and a sharp knife and a ruler, straight edge, and you just cut along that edge until, I don't think I need that much blade out. And sorry about that. I don't know what happened. What happened? I mean, it's not anything that you guys haven't done before, but it is kind of disappointing when the camera doesn't, when I'm not actually filming. And I'm gonna put this right here. That will be right there. Okay, now if I can find that piece of real estate that I was looking for. Let's see, I have this. I don't know what I did with it. It was so awesome too. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and print that again. So anyway, this is another thing that I'm gonna do. Right here is a little envelope, and it is, if you wanna know, it is like 5 3/4 by 4 1/4. It's not a big deal. It's just a little envelope. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to close it. I'm going to close it. Close it. All right, what did I say it was? 5 3/4. What's half of 5 3/4? I don't know. And I don't know where my bone folder is. Y'all, I'm a hot mess today. I should just, hang it up. Okay, so half of 5 is 2 1/2. Half of 3/4 is 1 1/2 quarters. So this should be the middle. Not bad, not bad, not bad for somebody who hates math. I'm going to fold this. Okay, and then I'm going to get some of these things. Let me see. I think a music sheet would look really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that down. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. Because this is, I'm going to use this as a type of closure. See, this is kind of cool because I think in a way, you could almost use this as a journaling space because it's got the lines, kind of musical lines. But you can also put it as, I think, the other thing you could do is, like, say if this is a travel journal, you could take this and you could use this. I'm gonna get I'm gonna take a piece of one of these. I think. No, I think. See, here I am again. Undecisive. Oh, these are good. I can use these. I'm going to take these. Let me get my little one. This is my train of thought. Kind of left the station a little bit, so, but it's okay. Yes, just print it again. Here's the lovely printer. All right, what is she doing? I don't know. Here, I'll just do this. And then I'm going to cut this off. Then I'm going to take my corner rounder and I'll round the corner right here. That was dumb because I rounded the wrong corner. Well, poo. It's okay, I can get another one. Lucky it's just paper. Am I recording? Yeah, okay. And then here. And we'll do the other side. Okay, this is when you take your glue and you go a little bit. Just a little bit down here, a little bit down here. And then you can use this like a tuck spot to put like, say, I don't know, tickets or something. Like some little thingy that you want to save for your trip. You say, oh, I think I'll save this. There. There. Now, I'm going to go and sew this into here. But first, I'm going to get me a piece of this fabric. Well, yeah. This fabric will work. Just not here. Hopefully. Will it rip? Yeah. Okay. And make it kind of yucky on the top. And take the Fabri-Tac. Wait a minute. First, I think maybe I'm going to, oh, yeah, maybe, no, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm just going to put this on here. Put this here. Just give it a little more stability. Here. Might be too. I think I need to trim that down a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna get my scissors all yucky. I'm gonna get my scissors all yucky. It's okay, they're clean. These are the best scissors, by the way. I really like them a lot. I mean, they cut through anything. Okay. Let's do that. Let go. Yeah, that would be better. So. Okay, now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sew this and this in here, and I will be right back. Okay, So I have sewn this, and of course, if you don't have or want to use your sewing machine, you can always do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, which is in a lot of videos. So you can always do that. This is here, and I reprinted this. Yay! This is the one I wanted, and it's on very light paper, so I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna cut it out real quick. I feel like my big divot. Okay, now fold here. I don't. Y'all, I don't like that fold. Tina. It needs to be, I want that more in the back. Okay, and then this, like, I don't know what that's weird. And we'll fold this here. And this is part of the kit, but this is just so, you know, this is made to be a pocket or a coin envelope. So you don't have to do, just want you to know that you don't have to do things the way they are made in the kit. You know, you can make pockets out of envelopes and envelopes out of pockets, and you can just do whatever you want to do. Think outside the box. Don't think about it as, you know, you are, that you are, I don't know, pigeoned into doing something one way. Oh, my desk is a mess. This is how I craft, though. I mean, you know, my desk can be really clean, and then all of a sudden, not. Okay, so I was going to put that over here on this side, and what I wanted to do is, I think that's really pretty, but it's, yeah, I'm going to do it this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that's lined up good. Pretty good, pretty good. That's kind of pretty, right? Let me go ahead and ink that. Hopefully it's gonna, yeah, it's not perfectly straight. Who knows, right? It's not perfectly straight, and it would have been better probably if so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put it here. I almost hate to, and then this will go in here. Like that. So it's a tag on a flip. Awesome sauce. So now I think I'm gonna, I really like this. So I think I'm gonna take this here and I'm gonna cover the front because I think it's pretty. This little piece right here. And you can add like more tucks and more pockets if you want to. And we might, shh. And it's doggy time here I think this will fit pretty perfect. I'm gonna put this one here though, like that. I wonder if it would like, it might wrap around like that. Oh, I don't know. Or I could do this where it just says, yeah, but it's just gonna be like sick. Maybe that's not good too. Sick. Maybe it would be. And I'm gonna go ahead and ink this. I might add some more pockets or some tuck spots. There's lots of pockets in the kit. I might see what we have after we do this part. Some of this here. Glue everywhere. There. Pretty. Let that dry for a minute. Do your minute. And let's see. Let's see what other kinds of, let's see if there's any other pockets that we want to put in here. There are these. This one's that's really pretty. I love that. We could put maybe something right here. We also have these, which are very pretty, but a lot of them are kind of big, so you may need to, like this one's big, but I could cut this down. I like that. Let's cut that down. Make a pocket out of it. That's what you can do, you know, or you can actually, another thing you can do is, put that down there. Music is here. Let it not be. Let me go ahead and cut it down a little more. Put a divot in there. And we could put a pocket there. Y'all think so? Yes, maybe. Maybe do that. So, put a little. And you can also, I probably said this already, but you can also just print the paper at a smaller angle. I mean, a smaller thing, a smaller, what do you call it? You know what I'm talking about. Oh, there, the journal card. Here, pocket, we have a flip here. Ooh, but this would be a good one. Let's see. A tuck spot. Yeah, because that kind of goes with that. That'd be pretty, huh? And then we can do that. I think that would be cool. Right there. We can have something tucked in there. I don't have anything to tuck in there, but you can always make another journaling card. I think I'm gonna go in there. There, I think that's pretty. So the very last thing that I want to do is I'm going to put an eyelet right here. Let me see, give me a neat pencil. Here's my pencil. I want to put it there. I want it to be like right there. Like that. And then I'm going to get an eyelet. It's not in the right place. It's not doing something right today. That is so odd. Oh, it's got the wrong guy. These things are so picky. All right, I think that might be it. Yeah. Okay, now, where's that one thing? This here. Yeah, that would be pretty though. All right, so you can decorate this any way you want. And then what I'm going to do is get a piece of twine. I'm going to put the twine through here. I got this at the dollar store. Okay, and then just wrap it around like this. I need to pull it so we have some more. And tie it like that. And now you have a closure. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. And like, you just take it and then you can open it and then you can write in this. It's got some pockets. It's got a pocket here to put stuff in. It's got some journaling space, some more journaling space, another pocket to put things in, a little tuck, another pocket here, another tag with a tuck in there. And then on the back, you have a tuck here and a tuck here. And all you have to do is pop it in your purse or in your suitcase. And there you have it. It is just, I just love it. I think it's adorable. And it is really just the cutest thing. I just love it. So here's the one here's a music one. And of course, you can embellish it more. You know, you can put like notes on it or flowers or labels. It's the next day, y'all. I didn't like the way the other video ended, so I wanted to come back on here, and I took the journal that we made with the envelopes and I embellished it a little because I thought it was kind of plain, and I used some of Carolyn's stuff also. But what I did was on this here on the front, I put a little bird and I put "Start Somewhere," which I thought was appropriate. I also took one of the pictures from Carolyn's digital and I put it right here, and I added some of the papers and music. I added some tickets because I said, you know, this would be a really cute place to put tickets that that you might get on your travels. And again, we still have this, and we have our journaling, our little journal that we can add notes and things. And it's also added, I don't know if I showed you this yesterday, but there's a piece of music, antique music paper in here. Again, with the flip. And I added this, the fabulous, oh look, I need to cut that off. It's a piece of the Fabulous 45, which I thought was really cute. And that's also from the kit. I took one of the postcards that was in there and I made it into this little fold out journal place to put in this little tuck spot. I took a little bird and some music paper and some of Carolyn's digital to put there so that it would be there, and also do your best. And we still have this journaling, this tag in there, which fits nicely. And then on the other side, I took in this tuck spot, I put a little bingo card, which I had, and a little herb card, herb, whatever. Anyway, so I put that in there, and I thought that it really made it, you know, I just wanted to show you that you can do a lot with digitals, and also you can embellish it with your scrap paper. which is, you know, just scraps, which is a really good way because y'all, I have way too many scraps, but I really think this is really pretty and I hope you guys like it. Please leave a thumbs up if you like it. Whoop, thumbs up. Subscribe, share, just to help me out a little bit. And our giveaway's coming up. And I really appreciate all of you. And I am so glad you joined me and watched this today. Hope it wasn't too long. And I will see you next time. And until then, I'll see ya later. Bye.